Welcome to another Sapphic Lit author interview podcast. Today we have Suzanne Lenoir. Suzanne, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm glad to have you here. We're going to talk about your book, A Talent Within. It is a YA fantasy, and there it is. Very nice. Can you tell us a little about the book?
Sure. Um, it's basically two protagonists, but the main one is Evelyn. She is a noble girl. She's 17, and her her life intersects with another young woman who is a servant or peasant on the manor of her parents' own, and so it's a medieval fantasy setting. And it is considered young adult because the characters are young, but the story is available and accessible to everybody. Um, it's really about love in the end. It's about love like anything else. And what drives us to me, it's a Bildungsroman, the idea of a literary novel that takes you from childhood to adulthood. It's my favorite um, thing that I enjoy reading about is how did people make that transition? And so my story is about how these two characters are making that transition from childhood to adulthood. And in the process, they're having to fight the temple, which is a,
Mm,
a controlling, think sort of Catholic Church in the Middle Ages, you know, a very controlling entity.
right, right. What inspired this book?
As a child, my parents took me to Europe a lot, and as a 6 year old, I would stare at these castles and just think,
Mm,
this is the best thing ever. Even though they were in a lot of disrepair. And also, I loved early Romanesque Catholic churches. Not so much the Gothic churches that we think of today that most people go, they see Notre Dame, they see,
right, right.
right, the soaring heights and the buttresses.
Mm,
The Romanesque ones are dark and kind of, they have thick walls and small windows. And you go in there and it's just like filled with candle smoke, right? It was dark in there because all those
yeah.
candles. And I thought those were great. So that's where what I kind of base my temple on is that earlier Romanesque churches. But just that fascination has been with me for my entire life. So I knew that if I was going to write a debut novel, and this was my debut, that I wanted it to be something I knew something about. And I felt like I've studied enough about medieval Europe to feel comfortable setting the story there.
And one of the characters has a hidden talent. Where did that come from?
Yeah, I think that we all love a secret, right? I mean, because of course, who the hell can keep us? Oops. Who can keep a secret,
Right,
really? I mean, other than
right,
maybe
right.
CIA agents. So I wanted one of the characters to have a very big secret, and she has a very big secret. She's got a talent for magic, basically. I call them talents in the story. There are not things like dragons and ogres and fairies in this story. It's a very medieval feeling story, but there is magic. And that's her secret. And if it gets out, she's going to be burned at the stake. So
Right. Oh,
um, and it does get out, obviously, or there wouldn't be
right,
a story, right?
right. But
That's
she's
not really
magic, so I'm
giving it
sure.
away.
Right, right. That's awesome. Well, I know your readers have praised your books for the world building that you do. What did you do to make, the world building, believable? What do you add to it?
Well, as I mentioned at the beginning, I have done a lot of research. I still take classes on medieval history to this day.
Oh,
The University of York in England they were giving classes online, and I was taking every one of them because they're just fascinating. So I think, doing your research is really important to making something believable because people, whether they realize it or not, they do have expectations of what the medieval
right.
period is like. And so that I would say, and also details.
Yeah.
Um, Kristen Zimmer, the author of Gravity Between Us, she once mentioned online that she was reading the second book in this series, and she said, "I've forgotten I have a bathroom," and that's exactly what you want is for a reader to be like, "I'm so immersed in this,
Yeah.
I think I'm there. I forgot, oh, wait a minute, I can go to the refrigerator and get a
Right.
drink." So
That's awesome.
that's a great compliment to feel like somebody's there.
Absolutely. Well, this was great. So, where can readers find your books?
Everywhere, pretty much. You can, if you like Barnes and Noble, you can order it online on Barnes and Noble. You can get it on Amazon if you're an Amazon user, and of course, I'm with Bold Strokes Books, so you can buy it off of their website as well.
Well, that's great. Well, thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime. Thanks. Bye-bye.